Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Last Page
Hey,
podcast.
hey, everybody, what's
Hey,
up?
thank you for the lovely bouquet.
I'm still singing it every day.
Yeah, hey guys,
Hey.
welcome back to the Last Page podcast. I don't know if you know, I don't know why you would know. We're both feeling a little bit delusional today. You probably
I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're in my brain.
Yeah, no, they're like, what are you talking about? We have had quite the crazy whirlwind weekend. And by that, I mean, it was Showgirl release weekend, which we discussed already. So if you are indeed a Swiftie, go back and listen to our previous episode because we have an entire one about our thoughts on the life of a showgirl.
But you know what? Like, my brain has jumped. Like, I forgot what I even felt that first 5 hours. Now it's like I'm new. Like,
Well, yeah,
I have brand new feelings.
I feel like you've changed it up quite a lot. So what do you like? Give me your current takeaways.
Yes. I am fully behind the father figure.
Okay. Love.
I do like Canceled. I know you hate Canceled.
Yeah.
I'm not behind Honey. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
That really upsets me because Honey is
Sorry.
like easily top 5, potentially top 3. I love Honey.
Oh, Fate of Ophelia, like obsessed.
So good. So good. You have to watch the music video. Oh my God.
Oh, I will.
Guys,
I want
it's
to
so
wear the
good.
dance.
I know, it's so cute. It's just a
Yeah,
cute little
that'd be
easy
really-
bop, vibes. Fate of Ophelia is like actually such a good song. It's so unreal.
I know. It's like I want it to be my first dance at my wedding.
Can you imagine? You're like doing this. Wait, also, side note, not to give you guys like other people to listen to besides us, but 2 of the people that I always go to when there's a new album release is one, a podcast called Every Single Album. And it's these 2 people who are like in the music industry, kind of who like do full deep dives of her albums. And they're like major Swifties. It's a guy and a girl. It's so cute. And they've done one for every single album of hers. And it is the best analysis. I love to listen to their podcast. So highly
Really?
recommend. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, if you haven't ever heard any of theirs, I would go back to debut and like start there. It's really excellent. So that one is called Every Single Album. And then there's also these 2 girls on YouTube that I love who are from Australia. They're called Chats and Reacts. And they always like,
I think you've sent me them.
yeah, it's like these 2 little besties and they're so
Yeah.
cute. And I just finished watching their reaction to it. And they're so funny because they like love every single thing she's ever put out in her entire life. It's the funniest thing ever. Yeah. They're so cute.
Not biased at all. They're like, this is a great song.
Yeah, they're like, this
I,
is actually offensive. This is the best thing I've ever heard. That's what they always say. They're so cute. I love them.
I like how you gave them a British accent.
Oh, well, that's as close as I could do to Australian. I don't know Australian very well.
You went to the movie premiere?
Yes, I did. Guys, let me know if you also went to the movie. It wasn't even really like a thing that you need to do, it was just behind the scenes of the music video and stuff, but it was thrilling to hear her songs in the big screen.
But was it PG-13? No cursing?
Unfortunately, yes. Which actually, funny enough, you might like the clean version of Eldest Daughter more than the explicit version. Because instead of saying bad bitch and savage, she said baddest and savage. And I feel like it softened it a little bit.
I heard that. So I will listen to the clean version.
Mm-hmm. I also, one thing that Brian pointed out to me, our friend Brian, was that instead of saying making me wet in Actually Romantic, she said making me sweat. But that's also like a dig at Charlie XCX Sweat Tour. And I was like, ooh.
That whole thing is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't mind. I don't like that song. Like,
I don't either.
I will listen, but it definitely, like, maybe could be a skip. But I just feel like I don't know anything about Charlie, and I feel like she's going to come back.
I know. It's a bit interesting. I don't know. I think people are obviously very polarized about it. I think Taylor's just like, one of the takes on the podcast I was listening to is that like, it might almost be her drumming up like a fake controversy, like just for something to do, honestly. Because she's like, I don't really have any beef. Yeah, she's like, I'm bored and like this girl sucks and like is friends with my ex and like I don't like her. So let's write a song about her. Like, why not? So I wouldn't be surprised if she was doing that.
Yeah, but no, I'm still listening this weekend. What did I do? Oh yeah, I was like such an intellectual girl. And I went to the British Museum.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, smart.
And
Okay, I know how to ball. I know how to Aristotle.
No, literally me, like actually me. Walked by every single thing at the museum. Me and Ben are not very museum people. I was like, that's cool, isn't it? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool.
I
I have
love
to
a
send you a photo,
museum.
Nikki, because I did see a statue of, guess, can you guess who?
A man with his weenie out?
No, I mean, yeah, I do actually, yes. Our beloved
Patroclus.
Achilles.
Achilles? Oh, wow. Oh, my Sheila.
I know, poor thing, but also I hate him. I hate him.
I hate him. Wait, that's funny. Where is that? It's in like I don't know. I can't remember if I went there. I don't think I did.
The British Museum?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I remember it was raining and we like went in.
Oh, we did.
To shield ourselves from the rain.
Oh,
yeah.
It's where they have the big the not hieroglyphics. What is that, like very old papyrus situation?
The Rosetta Stone?
The Rosetta Stone, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. They have that. And then they also have a huge reading room. Like, so cool. They do private tours, or not private, but they do guided tours on Tuesdays between 11 and 3 p.m. So, you know, I might go during work one day.
That sounds great.
Because it's only on Tuesdays. But yeah, I did that, you know, really smart. And anyway, I came back, and Sunday I was rearranging my closet because I've taken away all of my summer gear and brought out all my cardigans. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was blasting Taylor like over and over and over. Ben was like, "Oh, is your CD broken?" No, it's playing on repeat over and over and over.
Do you make him like sit down and read the lyrics? Because I make Ricky do that. I'm like, you actually have to sit down and pay attention. Like, this is study hour.
So it's hard because I'm a lyricer and he's not a lyricer. So I don't think it would hit him as hard anyway.
But like just so to know that they're paying attention, you know? Like literally the first night, or I think maybe the next day when it came out, I was like, Ricky, I want you to listen to the song. And he's like, okay, but I don't want to sit down and like read the lyrics and everything. He like knew it was coming. And I was like, okay, I'll let you do first listen through with the vibes. And then the next day he was like making his sandwich for lunch. And he pulled up, I was like playing songs for him, and he pulls the lyrics up on his own to look at. And I was like, thank you very much. But I will report back.
He's like, oh, she's coming.
He likes wood, so. He's a man of taste. He's a man of taste. He likes wood, and he likes the fate of Ophelia. And also a little bit of opalite.
Yeah, I think Ben likes, we should have them rank it.
That's so true.
Yeah, Ben likes Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, he was on the FaceTime doing it.
Which other one? Oh, yeah, Fate of Ophelia.
I mean, literally everyone should like Fate of Ophelia. Let's be honest. That's an excellent song. Well, that sounds great. I'm glad that it sounds like you had quite a productive weekend. I, for one, did absolutely nothing. Let me think about this. I worked on Sunday. Other than that, you know, I went to the grocery store. I'm cooking at home a lot more now because
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I right now I just like made a sandwich for myself for lunch. It was actually quite delicious.
She's such a chef. She made a sandwich.
Yeah, I did. And yeah, guys, you know, I'm just trying to be in my like have a couple kids got the whole block looking like you, got a driveway with the basketball hoop era. That's like what I'm aiming for, and I can't afford that with spending my money every single day. So in order to get a driveway with a basketball hoop, I need to save my money. So that's what I'm doing now.
I know. I'm trying to be good as well. We went to our favorite place for breakfast on Saturday, May and Harvey. Literally, we're like, we need to save money. Okay, well, fine. Like, we went to breakfast out, May and Harvey, beautiful. Got a coffee out, beautiful. For lunch, we were like, oh, should we eat some lunch out before dinner? Because we had a dinner reservation, so we had lunch out.
Right, after the museum. Every single meal.
We were so tired. I needed to fuel my body after all the intellectual thoughts I had in the museum. I left my brain cells there. And then we went to dinner at this place called Lucky and Joy that Ben made a resi for us for. And it was so good. Like, it was Chinese fusion. So good. Pork belly.
Sounds
beef
so good.
Noodles. We had African chicken. We had potatoes. Like, actually so good. It's in Hackney if anybody wants to go. And then afterward, we went to, Nikki, I sent you videos. That was, we went to a bar called
my gosh.
The Crown, and there was this man performing, and it was hilarious.
Was it a karaoke night?
No.
He just was up there with a mic? What was he about? He
So
was a
it wasn't a
patron
karaoke night because he was the only one at this, and I quote the man, I am the only one allowed to choose the songs, and I will not take any suggestions. I'm going in the order that I prefer. I swear to God.
What? But he didn't work
Yeah.
there?
No, but he was like cute. Like, there was a flyer that said like his name, and like he was performing from 8 to 11.
Performing? He
long
sounded
time.
like he was like a bit of amateur hour.
He was a bit crazy.
But was he like
it was pretty.
He
It was
like
really
singing
fun.
well or not?
Yeah. Well enough.
Okay.
Yeah, well enough.
I
It
literally
was
thought it
very
was like some
endearing
drunk
at
random
first.
dad like at karaoke when you sent me that
No.
video.
Very endearing at first because he was like sweating. We got there. We had a drink. We sat like right in front of him, so he was setting up, and he had all of his wires. Like if he was gonna set up like a little like turntable DJ kind of thing, and then unfortunately it ended up being that he was like sweating. He was wearing a t-shirt and sneakers, and we were like, okay. And then he took a little bag with him to the bathroom, came back in a fly like little patterned shirt and blazer and scarf, and he switched into bowling shoes.
Oh
And
my God.
very sweet until he started just like sweating on me. He gave me his scarf and he made me go like that at one point. Yeah. He was nice. He wasn't drunk or anything. He was only drinking water. But just
What a
one of
king.
those things that you kind of get roped into, and I'm like in the front like, yeah, let's go.
And you like
He was
have to be
singing some good
engaged
songs.
because they're in the front. You're in the
Yeah,
front.
you had to be engaged. He was singing directly into my soul at one point. Ben went to get us another drink, and I was like, oh no.
You
And
sent
he
me
was
that video
singing
and I
right
said
to me.
request wood.
Yeah.
Imagine.
He
He's up
said,
there.
I mean, Nikki, he said he didn't take any requests.
Right. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. That's crazy.
Yeah. Sweetie.
That's really
Sweetie,
funny.
sweetie. Oh, sorry. What I was going to say, last on that. He wasn't taking any requests, and my theory is it's because he had those little, like, old school CDs that you slide into the speaker, and that was the track. And so he was like, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. This girl was like, I want Galway Girl. And he's like, no. And then he made the announcement that he's not taking requests. But
Wait,
it was
stop.
like little squares, like little tiny squares. And he was
Like a
sliding
cassette
them
tape?
in and sliding one out. No, not a cassette tape. Like a small, it was like thin, kind of like a hard, like those old
Like
school
a floppy
hard drives.
disk?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Is that how DJs do it? I don't know.
I
My
don't
guess
know.
is no.
Crazy.
But
well,
like props to
sounds like-
him. He looked a bit like he's lived a good life, and he knew what he was doing. He knew how to plug everything in. He had his extension cord. Like,
And honestly,
props.
like if you know what you're good at, you don't need to take requests. You just vibe with what
no.
you vibe
And
with.
also like I could see myself doing that. Being like, I'm gonna go and sing for you guys.
Honestly, facts. And
Sounds
being like,
kinda
and
fun.
also you're gonna have to sit and listen to what I want to listen to,
Yeah.
which is kind of how I
Literally.
operate in this household in general.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love,
exactly.
love. That's funny.
Yeah,
It kind
anyway.
of reminds me, I went to Pilates this morning and the instructor was like yelling at us the whole time. She was like so fed up with everyone, which I was like, honestly, I get it. She goes, you guys, every time I try and tell you what you're supposed to be doing, you do it. But then every time I go to demo it, you stop what you're doing and you stare at me. So I'm not going to demo anymore. I need you to just listen to my ears. And I was like, okay. I was like,
Oh
so
my
scared,
God.
honestly. And then she goes, I'm sorry. She's like, I've got an attitude today. I heard other instructors are more mean than me. Is that true? And we're all like laughing or whatever. And she's like, I just want to know if I'm being too mean or too nice. But I think you guys like it because I would have been fired by now. I was like, whatever. And honestly,
You're like, and
she was
today
a
is your
vibe.
last day.
Yeah, no, literally. It was just mean enough to where I was like scared of her and really wanted to have my form nailed. Because she was like,
Yeah.
she
You
goes,
wanted to impress her.
or when honestly I couldn't be a workout instructor because I would get fed up like this too. She was like, and then we're going to be like pushing out with straight legs, and then of course half the people are doing bent legs. She goes, okay, straight legs, we're pushing out with straight legs. And literally I'm like laughing because she goes, straight, you guys aren't listening to me.
The other
straight
straight.
legs. Yeah. And then the people are like, oh, she goes, is nobody awake this morning?
What time was the class at?
9.
Oh, I would have been asleep.
Yeah, and
Like
I
I
was
would
like,
have been unwell.
yeah, but it's funny because people will just come in and just not listen, and I'm like, well, you're gonna get yelled at. So.
You're gonna get in trouble.
And then of course I was like, I want to look perfect and be the star student, so that she would give me, and she like came by and she like gave me a nod, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I got good form, I got a nod. So I
Was
feel
it
good about that.
Reformer or Matt?
Reformer. And I was really, you know, I think I have good form. I'm just so weak. So I had to like lower the springs and like, you know, do the long loop instead of the handle, whatever. But, you know, I think I did pretty good.
Well, I feel like, well, we're going to be fit, as you know, per your request.
I'm trying to
ready.
get abs.
I'm trying to get something.
You know, well, we're well on our way.
My PT private trainer is coming to an end next week.
Are you going to renew?
Yeah. No, just because I'm going to be away for the holidays and I'm poor.
Facts.
And also, oh yeah, because I have no money.
Well, because I feel like also it helps you learn like what to do. And now that you know the exercises, like you can recreate them.
Yeah, but I am going to miss my girl. She's so good. I think if I ever come into a good 2,000 pounds, I'll try again.
Could you like pick
2,000
up,
sterling.
do like one every other week or something just to like keep refreshed?
Yeah, but you have to like I had like a pack of 20 and it was pretty expensive.
Oh.
And so you pay for it up front. So unless I buy smaller packs and then use them, I can't really
Right.
buy a one day kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, but maybe next year I'll go back. Who knows? Right before your wedding to train.
So we
After
can
not
be
working
fit.
out all winter.
I know, literally. No, I'm locked in, guys. Just know this. I know you can only see like my clavicles and up on this podcast, but once you see me popping out in like a tiny little bikini in the spring, summer, just know I worked hard for it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, speaking of spring, summer, yeah, I was like, are you ready for it? I was going to say, speaking of spring, summer, we're actually not in spring, summer. We're in spooky season. So we're going to be talking today about some spooky season book recs. And you might be thinking to yourself, hey, guys, didn't you just do like a fall book recs? And to that, I would say, yeah, but this in fact is a little different.
Up.
Yeah, and to that I would say, shut your mouth. We only got 1,000 or 100 listens on that episode. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, so only 100 people have you listened to it? No. Yeah, this one is going to be a little bit more dark, a little bit more twisty, a little bit more spooky. You know,
I tried to do my homework, you guys. As you know, if you know me, you know, I love my romances,
right.
And I steered clear of that in September. Well, kind of. And I read some scary books, and by that I mean 1.5.
Spooky woogie. So yeah, we're going to give you some recs, and then we're also going to talk about some spooky books on our TBR. But I would say that like thriller mystery is neither of our top genre. So if you guys have any like spooky fantasy mystery like type books that you recommend, please drop them in the comments so we can check them out.
Yeah.
Because I do like a thriller.
Do.
I just don't typically reach for them.
You know what's funny is, and I'll talk about it, but one of the books I read for this was kind of recent, maybe like a week and a half ago. And ever since then, I'm like, I think I'm ready to read more. But now I'm like, it has to be like that exact formula.
Right.
Or else I'm going to be scared.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes it's hard to toe the line of like, is it going to be scary or is it just going to be spooky?
Yeah. I didn't even know. I just kind of went in blind and I was like, I'm scared, but like not. I'll
Interesting.
Tell you about
Okay. Well, why don't you
hear about it?
Yeah, tell us. You go.
So the book I read semi-recently for this that I just said is called Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. And you guys, it was so good.
Dang.
And I had seen it before on my Fable like explore because I had, sometimes I'm like, oh, what else is out there? Oh yeah, more books. So I clicked into the mystery thriller and it was front and center. I think it was written a little bit ago because they talk about the pandemic. So anyway, Strange Sally Diamond. This book is about this girl named Sally Diamond who
is
the book
strange.
Starts off. She's a bit strange, that's to say the least, I'll tell you that. The book starts off with, she gets up one morning, goes to give her dad his tea, and her dad is dead. She then proceeds to pick him up from the bed and take him out to their backyard into their incinerator and throw him in and try to cremate him via their backyard. Because Sally is 45. She's a little bit socially awkward. I think in the beginning they tried to hint at like maybe she is strange because she's has social deficiencies, or she might be like on the spectrum of some sort. And did I already say she's 45? She's like in her 40s, and she's basically has been taking care of her dad his whole life. She's always been kind of strange, and her mom passed away, and then it was just them two, and then he got really sick. And then when he was sick, he was like, I'm going to wake up dead one day, and I just want you to take me out with the bins. This takes place in rural Ireland. This place called Rathcommon, I think. And if you listen to it in audiobook, all of the voice actors have Irish accents, and it's actually really cool.
Oh, but, it's going to make me think of Boys of Tommen. I miss them.
Yeah, but it's like less. It's more like Dublin than like... So, yeah, so that's Sally. She took her dad very literally and put him out with the bins in the incinerator. And then the neighbor's like, hey, Sally, like something stinks up in there. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's just dad. And he goes... excuse me? Excuse me? And so they end up, the neighbor's like, okay, calls like a friend of Sally's family that had kind of become estranged. And not me recapping the whole book for you guys. Anyway.
I know, I gotta sit back and relax for this one. It's gonna be a long one. I'm like,
sorry, I'll keep it very short from now on. So this is important because this drums up a lot of attention for Sally, and people are like, she is actually insane. Turns out that Angela, a friend of the family, after the neighbor calls her, comes to Sally's house and is like, Sally, what happened? And she's like, well, Dad said to take him out with the bins to the incinerator, so that's what I did. And she's like, Sally, I think he was kidding. And she's like, why would he make any jokes? Like, I don't react well to jokes, or I don't understand jokes. And so turns out that unfortunately her dad had left like a will, and like he wanted a funeral, and he wanted like a whole thing. And so Sally's like, oh my gosh. So she's like, I royally screwed up. Anyway, media outlets hear about this. The girl that took the dad out to the incinerator, she's crazy. And then it turns out that actually there's more to Sally's story than she was told, because apparently she was adopted when she was 7 years old, which she knew.
You're telling us all of the plot twists.
But this is literally not even, but you learn about this in like the first chapter.
Oh, okay.
She was adopted when she was 7 years old, and then the whole rest of the book is that unraveling. That was just like the first part.
Whoa.
So,
yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
It was so good. Like, I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of liked it that way. I didn't even read the synopsis before I like dove in, but really liked it. It takes place in Ireland. It kind of goes back and forth to the city, a little bit in New Zealand, and just kind of like around. But it's really, really like
spooky,
just kind of heartbreaking.
Dang. Okay, I need to listen or to read that. That sounds really
good. But I want to tell you guys more, because I feel like not enough people have read about it because they don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, that definitely enticed me. Like, I'm ready to read it right now.
But would it entice you more if I said that there is a kidnapper?
I mean, and don't tell me the answer. Like, I don't want to know.
Okay, fine.
I feel enticed.
You're not even gonna read it.
No, I am. I'm not gonna read it.
You should listen to it. You guys should all listen to it. Okay. It was really quick. I listened to it in like a day.
I do need to pick out my audiobook for the month on Amazon Music, so maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you should. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Sally.
All right. Okay. All right. Sally, I would love to listen to that. Sounds very good. Okay. Well, let's see. Which one should I talk about first? I'm going to talk about my recommendation being Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I talked about this, I think, like 2 months ago when I read it. This one is a fantasy. It's a romantasy. It's quite spicy at points. So it's a good like intro into, a slightly darker fantasy. And this one is I think it's perfect for October because it's very Halloween coded. It's like a haunted house basically, where this girl who, she like kind of it's set in New Orleans. She grows up in a magical family, and her mom and now her are able to like see ghosts and like talk to the dead kind of. So they kind of act as like mediums for people in the town and whatever. So it turns out her mom had this like crazy big debt for some reason, and now they're in danger of like losing the house, her and her sister and all this stuff. And her sister enters into this game called Phantasma, and it's basically this big haunted house that's run by like devils, and it's, if you make it through all 9 levels of it, you get 1 wish. That's like what the winner gets. So she's like, okay, well, now if my stupid sister went in, A, I have to go save her, and B, I have to go and like fix this mess from the family. And it's each chapter and like each section of it is a new test. It's kind of like trials, like magical trials. And they're all based on the 7 deadly sins, where there's like a greed level, a lust level. It's like really interesting the way it's set up. And
I
then
want to read it.
yeah, it's actually really good. And it's not, I mean, it's definitely spooky scary because it talks a lot about like ghosts and devils and spirits and this and this. It's just more like gory, I would say. Like there's a lot of like blood and guts happening. But it's so good. I feel like it was pretty fast paced. The ending was a little bit not my favorite, but overall I really enjoyed it. And I think it's like the perfect Halloween read when it comes to fantasy. It's very good.
Yeah, I kind of like that, but it's set in like modern world. Like,
yeah.
Does she have an iPhone? Oh.
They don't really talk too much about, or well, actually, yeah, they have like cars and stuff. They don't. It doesn't feel super modern because they're most of the book is set within the house, which is very like time warpy. But it's like, I think in this world, people know that there are like devils and people can talk to ghosts and stuff. But it's like they're a little bit of an outcast of society kind of situation.
I see.
And I love that it was set in New Orleans because that always feels very like spooky to me. You know. So it was very good.
Dang.
Yeah, and I heard the second book is even better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's about the sister, is that what you said?
It's about the sister. A lot of people have said the second book is really good. I haven't read it yet, though.
I saw that book at the charity shop the other day, and I didn't get it, but I think because you hadn't read it yet, but I think I will.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think you guys will like that one. Yeah, it's fun.
I was in New Orleans for last Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I remember.
That's a fun time to be in New Orleans. Wow.
It was really fun. It was rainy for like 2 of the days, I think, or maybe one of the nights, I forget. But I remember we had to like run into a bar because it was like pouring. We're like, wait, is it gonna rain? Oh,
that's the South for you. Dang, I want to go back to New Orleans, to Nolans.
We should go.
I would love that. I haven't been since freshman year of high school, and I loved it. We went for a family reunion, and it was so funny.
We totally should go.
I know. My mom would love that. Maybe we can take Rhonda and Don.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Okay. Next up on my list is one of the book club books that we had for, was it September? And it's One of Us is Lying. Was it September?
That was September, yeah.
Yeah. One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. And it's about, it takes place in high school. And the show takes place in Laguna Beach, but the book takes place in San Diego, I think. And it's about these 5 students, and essentially they all get sent to detention, and then only 4 of them walk out because during detention, one of them dies. And
I already forgot about this book, and I loved it.
One of them being Simon, who runs the gossip page for the high school. It's kind of like your typical... In detention, there's like the bad boy, the brainiac, the popular girl, the popular kid, and then the Simon who ends up dying. So I don't know, do you want me to talk more about it, or do you guys want to go and listen to the ep? Because it was really good. I fell in love with all the characters, and I think throughout the entire book, I kind of hoped that it wasn't them, but I feel like the plot twist with like the extra characters and then the sister and then everything was really sweet. And then I also not really sweet, really good. And then I also watched the show, which is still haven't completely kind of different. Yeah, it's like very, very different. I haven't finished it, but there's 2 seasons.
That book was so good.
A little bit of a love story in the book. There's a few like sibling relationships that you guys, I love. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved this book. I feel like this is a good one if you're a bit more of a scaredy cat, but you still want to participate in like the spooky vibes of Halloween, because it's a thriller, but it was never really like gory at any point. It's not too like the actual death in it isn't crazy. It's like not, I
It's
think
technically like YA.
yeah, it's like YA. So it's not nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're a little bit younger or if you just aren't really into anything like super intense or super
Yeah.
smutty or whatever, like this is a good one to read.
This is like a good in between. There's enough like mystery. I feel like mystery would be probably the better category versus like thriller. Like
Yeah.
a good murder mystery. You said you had read Good Girl's Guide
Oh
to
yeah,
Murder, and you said it was similar-ish.
Yes, a good girl's guide to murder. Both of them feel somewhat like Pretty Little Liars coded, which to me is like so Halloween spooky season. I loved Pretty Little Liars, which also those books I read in high school and they were great.
Vampire Diaries as well is pretty Halloween coded to me.
Ooh, really all of those like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Twilight, all of it.
Oh yeah, Hunger Games. There's a Hunger Games play.
Really?
Hunger Games Live. Yeah.
That seems like something that would not translate at all on a live stage.
Maybe it's not a play. Maybe it's live. Maybe it's like a game show.
Oh, wow. And they kill each other. It's a real life gladiator. It's crazy.
Jeez Louise.
No, yeah. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is also, I think, a really good one to add to this list because it's similar vibes. It's like high school setting, nothing too crazy. But that one is maybe even a little bit scarier, but very Pretty Little Liars coded. And it's so good.
Yeah.
I forget about that book.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was good. Sorry, I read the beginning of it and I didn't finish, but it was good. I think it was yours that I was reading.
Yeah, you got to give it another shot. That was a good one. Well, similar-ish, I suppose, this book is a little different. It's more adulty. The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, which I know you were talking about wanting to read.
No, I'm like deep in it, but it's so long, Nikki.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot you started it. Yeah. Okay, so this one...
Audiobook.
Yeah, the audiobook is it's hard to get into this one because I feel like there's so many different characters, but I feel like if you're slightly more of an intellectual, if you like stuff that's a little bit more like, it feels kind of like historical fiction because it's basically about this summer camp in the woods out in like the Appalachian Mountains, I think like Adirondack Mountains.
Adirondack, not Appalachia.
Yeah. Which Appalachia is freaking scary, bro.
I know, that's why I'm like, not that one.
Oh my God, it might as well be.
But that's where they recorded and I guess took place Dope Sick.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's the documentary about the opioid crisis.
Oh, yes.
And that was really heartbreaking and also terrifying.
I don't like the skinwalkers out there. Have you heard all about those?
Yeah, I've seen it sometimes on my reels, but I don't know what it is, and I'm staying away.
Yeah, I get them on TikTok and it's spooky. Anyways, okay, so this one is about like a summer camp in the woods, like a kid's summer camp, and it's set in the 70s, I believe, and it kind of talks about this family who owns the summer camp, and they're like this rich family with a lot of like weird history and stuff. And then the daughter goes to the summer camp and ends up missing, and it's this whole thing about like when there was back in the day, there was a son that also went missing. So they're like, what's going on? Is this connected? Who did? It's like a whodunit kind of situation.
Yeah.
And it's not really scary. It's like eerie, it's like the feeling of it's nighttime at summer camp and someone's like hiding and watching you from the woods. It's like that kind of vibe.
Okay. Terrifying.
Yeah, so it's scary, but it's not like gory or anything. But I really liked this one. I felt like it kind of kept me on my toes. And towards the end, it was like I had no idea what was going on in a good way, where it's like, what is going on? And the other thing that's cool about it is that it gives you like a past and present POV. So it kind of switches between like backstory of the family and then current happenings and like the detective and what's going on in the case and stuff. And this one's
There's a lot of characters. There's a Louise and there's a JP and there's a John Paul. Like it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But each character is so complex, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much and I could not keep track. I needed to be taking notes.
Yeah. It's all very interconnected. And I think the setting of it being in the woods the whole time feels very fall. So it's a good, it's like, especially if you're out in the woods, I think it's a good one to read. Like I'm hoping to go to Big Bear in a couple weeks. Huh?
Don't listen to her. Don't go.
Well, no, because it's not scary in the way that it's like, okay, here's the thing with me with scary books. If it's something that could just randomly happen to anybody, I don't think I want to be involved in that. But this is all kind of a coordinated situation related to the people at the camp and the family and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I thought there was a murderer on the loose because that's where I was.
Well, I mean, could be, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to that summer camp, so I'm fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I've said too much, but I actually kind of forgot what even happened. So to be honest, I forgot the ending, but
It's literally so long, but I think I will go back and try to finish it though, because I know that it's so good.
Yeah,
Does
it's
she have
good.
any other books, by the way?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Liz Moore. I haven't heard of her before, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay.
God of the Woods. Okay, next for me is a book that Nikki recommended to me, and I'm taking all the credit for it. And it's Listen for the Lie. Nikki talked about it. I talked about it a little bit ago. It's about the whole thing with the book is that it is a podcast, and it's a
Yeah.
podcast host who is investigating a murder that happened in a town 5 years ago. And there are, in the audiobook, it kind of goes back and forth to the podcast host interviewing people in the neighborhood, and then to the point of view of, was her name Lucy? I think it was Lucy.
Lucy, yeah, I
Alice?
think.
Lucy, who was the girl that was at the time accused of the murder. So, yeah, it's good.
I feel like this one I had no idea up until towards the
Yeah.
end who did
Again,
it.
murder mystery vibes.
Yeah.
Not really like thriller Lost in the Woods. It was definitely like a whodunit. You get points of view in the audiobook of all of the different neighbors, the older neighbor, the friend of the friend, the girlfriend, the ex-boyfriend, and at one point or another they all had a motive to
Totally.
have killed Savannah, who is the girl that was murdered, and Lucy was her best friend at the time, and that's why she was the one that was accused. Because she kind of was found not really knowing what had happened.
And
So,
she was all bloody. She was like covered with Savannah's blood, and she was walking in the middle of the night, and they were like, she didn't know
What
what went on. Yeah.
yeah, and so she also didn't know what went on because she had kind of gotten a concussion. So, peace and love. It was
It's so
good.
good.
Audiobook. I would say it was also really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think
You
it's
read
that
it
long of a book.
fast.
I listened to it. That's
Or you
why.
listened to, I think I listened to it as well, actually, but I feel like you got through it in like 48 hours.
I know, I loved it. I recommended it to my sister because we both like also fun fact you guys. So my sister and I love my favorite murder, and they're doing a tour and she's getting to go, which is fun. They're doing like a live podcast
It's like
tour. Yeah,
a
she's
true
going.
crime podcast.
Mm-hmm.
See, that surprises
Yeah.
me that you can listen to true crime. That freaks me out because it's actually stuff that
I
happened.
can't that much anymore. I used to, and now for some whatever reason, like I'm a big freaking chicken.
No,
Like,
I'm a big baby. I can't.
I know.
Sometimes
So,
I get sucked
yes.
into like the really high profile like cases on TikTok and stuff, like the Idaho murder. Like I was really in on that.
I wasn't. That was kind of scary.
It was
we
really
watched
scary.
the documentary of the Gabby Petito thing.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. I feel like when it's really high profile, I'll get into it.
Not
But
thing. Sorry, murder.
yeah, but it's so scary. I get spooked out.
I get scared. I'm just a little girl.
My next one was a little scary, and this is actually, it's funny because so this is The Inmate by Frida McFadden, and I've only read 2 books by her. I read this one and then I read The Housemaid. I wasn't a big fan of The Housemaid, but we read this one for my book club, honestly, like 2 years ago, I think it was. And this one, the thing with Frida McFadden books is like, if you're looking for a really high intensity, quick, fast paced, pretty short thriller that's going to have crazy plot twists left and right, but is going to be somewhat unbelievable, Frida McFadden is your girl. Because it's like half the stuff in here, I was like, that is literally so unrealistic. But also it was like, oh my God, like every turn I didn't know what was going on. So this one is basically about this nurse who works at like a maximum security prison. She like goes in to treat the inmates there. And she walks in one day and realizes that the guy that she's treating is her ex-boyfriend from high school. And he's in prison for murder that she like she like testified against him and was like, yeah, he did it, like throw him in. So then she's kind of having to interact with him. He's telling her like, I swear I was innocent the whole time. Like it was all this misunderstanding. And it's kind of, it gives you flashbacks to when they were in high school, her and him and her friends were at this house. It's like a very like house, a dark and stormy night. And slowly like people in the group that were there start getting picked off one by one and like killed. And they're like off the grid at this house. Nobody's got cell service. It's like a really big storm. They can't get away in the car. Like, and it's like people are getting killed and she doesn't really remember exactly what happened. So she was like, yeah, it must have been him, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of goes through her interacting with him as an adult now that he's in the prison and she's working with him, and then also the flashback to the past. So this one was pretty spooky and it definitely had some like scary elements in it, but it was honestly pretty good. It was like very intense.
That sounds like actually terrifying.
No, it was very scary. And the plot twist at the end, I actually did see coming a little bit, but it was very crazy out of left field. Like, I think really? I was lucky to have picked up on it because most of the people in book club were like, oh my God, it was crazy.
Oh, because you're like so smart.
Yeah, it's because I'm such an intellectual. No, normally I actually literally can never guess anything. This one I was like, oh, I knew it. But also when I say that, I mean, I knew it like a chapter ahead of when it happened. So it wasn't really like that crazy. But I did call it. I will say that. I did call it.
Well, that's good. That is kind of fun though. When
yeah,
you
this
kind of
book
piece
is
it all together and you're like, I could for sure be an investigator.
Yeah. No, now that I think about it, this one was good. I liked it.
What's the name of the girl in the Titanic?
Rose?
And Jack? Actress.
Oh.
The actress?
That's not Scarlett Johansson.
Kate Winslet, that's her name.
Kate Winslet, yes.
My girl. Named, shoot, I'm trying to remember. Mare of Easttown. Mare of Easttown. And it was like a mini series, kind of like a limited edition show. It came out, when does it say? 2021. It was like a murder mystery whodunit, and she was so good in it. If anyone watched it, let me know, because it's like it was so spooky. Were you there when we were watching? We were watching it when we were living in New York at the time. Like actually so good. You guys go watch it right now. It was terrifying, but like so good.
Ooh, I don't like scary stuff.
I know, me either. I remember being like,
interesting. But, okay. Yeah, this one is a little bit more high intensity. I mean, it's not like so scary. I was able to handle it, but it's really good.
Next on my list is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. And this is it like romantic? What's the genre for this, Nikki? Because we read it per your recommendation. We read it for book club.
Yeah, we
did. Like early book club.
I think like last year, honestly.
Pre-podcast book club. If you guys read this with us, let us know.
Yeah, you're a real one if you've been around since then. I guess it's kind of like a dark romance.
Yeah.
Not even really. It's just like
it's about this romance. Girl and this guy who are both in their own ways murderers. They kind of in their own unique ways. They, however, only kill bad people. So that's what they do. And they are both notorious serial killers in their town. He knows of her. She knows of him. The Butcher and the Blackbird. Like, you know, they're infamous in their own ways. But essentially, he ends up finding her in the beginning of the book in a cage.
Ew. This one is pretty nasty.
It's pretty gory. Like, I think this got a lot of people there. It's like he ends up finding her. She's not in the best state. She had basically murdered this guy, and while doing that, he trapped her, basically. And he also died, but so did she. She got stuck there, so she couldn't get out, and it had been, like a few weeks or whatever. He finds her, and so starts their whirlwind romance.
Yeah, this is a crazy
How do I even
book.
describe it? Yeah, it's kind of... I don't know that I would read. There's a few.
It's them teaming up basically to go around, and they're like serial killers that go for other serial killers and like bad people. So it's kind of like a Robin Hood situation. But they become a little duo, and of course they like have a little fling, and it's got some spice in it and stuff, but it's fun because it takes you through 2 or 3 of their kills together. And it's really descriptive. It really gives you all the details of like how they torture these people and stuff, but in like a tongue-in-cheek fun way. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think it's for everyone, and I think it
Definitely
makes light of what they're doing, which might rub some people the wrong way. I found it to be not really as predictable as I thought. Like there is definitely like a big twist in the book. They end up obviously together doing all these kills and forming a deeper bond than they ever thought, even though they're both like solo dolo, no one will ever understand what I do kind of thing. So yeah, I would recommend it because it was such an easy read, but it was pretty gory. It was
yeah, if you're squeamish, you definitely don't want to read this. And don't read it while you're eating, I'll say that. You might not look at cookies and cream ice cream the same way, but...
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the orzo.
Oh, or that. Yeah, I honestly couldn't eat orzo for a bit.
Yeah, I had it the other day at work. Pretty good.
I mean, I love orzo, but...
She also has...
the meat.
This is a series. This is a series. Or piercings.
Wait, oh my God. There's some of the spice in this book is crazy.
We read it a long time ago.
Yeah.
This book is kind of insane. It's a bit unhinged.
Wow. It was good though, honestly. I liked this book.
It was fun. Yeah.
Crazy. Fabulous. Okay, well, I have only one left on my list as well, which I feel like I've talked about this so much, but I want everyone to read it because it's literally so good, is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And this one is a little bit more of like a sci-fi thriller. It's not quite like spooky gory. It's a little bit more like mind beep, type of like psychological thriller, I guess would be the question or the answer. I really can't give away too much about what this book is about without spoiling it, but it kind of touches on the theory of like string theory, I guess it would be, or like the multiverse, where it's like there's obviously, it's kind of similar to, I say this is like the dark version of the Midnight Library, where it's like what other kind of lives could you be leading at this moment if you had made a different series of decisions. And it's like that, but it's like the dark, scary sister of it. It's so good. Very, very fast paced. A lot of people don't love the ending, which I kind of agree, but overall this book was so interesting, and it's very like it like has your hair standing up on the back of your neck. It's very like, oh my gosh, like this is so freaky. It's really good. And I wish I could say more, but I don't want to give anything away. It's very like science-y sci-fi. So highly recommend. I think you guys got to just trust me on this one.
All right.
And it's
I'll
a quick
add it
read.
to my list.
Yeah, it's fast. You'll fly through it. I couldn't put it down.
Do you know, this is a bit random, but if anybody out there has ever watched the show The Flash, Nikki talking about the multiverse reminds me of the Reverse Flash, where they're in like the different dimension and there's a different Flash and he's the evil Flash. And so he's like, yeah. So that reminded me of that, which is, all of you guys who know The Flash.
That might be similar to what I'm talking about. So I think you'd like this one, Mariana. It's so good. I'm trying to get Ricky to read it so bad because I know he'd love it.
Okay. Yeah, Ricky's watched The Flash, I think.
He's watched everything, so probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Every movie reference, TV show reference, he's like, yeah, I've seen that. And I'm like, I've seen none of it, so.
I'm like, perfect.
He's reading Throne of Glass right now, guys. So exciting.
Which one?
He finished Assassin's Blade and now he's on to the first Throne of Glass book. And he's liking it. He's so funny because I'm trying to get him to read in order to prevent him from staying up so late watching TV. Because he loves to stay up late. He's a night owl. And I'm like, dude, you have work in the morning. Like, you got to go to bed earlier. So I'm like, okay, you have to get in bed and you can read. Of course, flash forward, he'll be like, I'm so tired. I was up until 1 a.m. reading last night. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't get this kid to sleep. So, I mean, I guess reading is a more productive way to spend your evening, but he cracks me up.
It's better for your brain, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, he loves it when he gets into it. So
sometimes though, like I will stay up reading so late that I become awake.
You guys are the same in that way. For me, even if I'm reading a really good book, if I'm like lights off with my Kindle, I'm out pretty quick. It's hard for me to stay up. So
it's Ben as well.
yeah, I thought maybe he
Well,
would have that effect, but no, he's up late reading.
he's
And I'm
like
like, dude, how do you
perfect.
do this? Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, you need to go to bed.
He's gonna get through like one book a night.
As he should. He's trying to read 25 books this year, and I fear that's not the track he's on, so we'll see.
And I fear he's read too.
I think he's at like maybe 6.
Okay, that's not bad.
We are in October, middle of October though, so he's got to pick up the pace. But yeah, I think you'd like Dark Matter if you like The Flash. So.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll add it to the list.
So we do also have some on our TBRs, as we mentioned. But again, please comment your recs so we can filter those in as well.
Yeah, we could do rapid fire TBRs because I feel like I have some of these on my just October TBR anyway. So
some of these I don't
first
really know
on
what
my
they're
list.
about.
Yeah, that's why I said rapid fire because you know me. First on my list is The Housemaid, which I do know what it's about, and I did watch the movie trailer, and I feel like
The trailer looks good.
I love Amanda Seyfried, and I find Sydney Sweeney to be totally fine. So
Sydney
this
Sweeney's
is
taken
about,
a bit of a nosedive recently, you know, the Scooter Braun of it all, but that's okay.
unfortunately. I mean, I don't want to be mean to her. But
I mean, she's
this
so beautiful.
book, as you guys all know, is about this girl named Millie who ends up being the housemaid and the cleaner to a wealthy family, and things happen to Millie in that home.
This one is so
Fire,
freaky.
The Housemaid
Yeah.
by Frida McFadden, and that's the other book that you read. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't read a single Frida book, and I think this will be my first and maybe the only because she has so many and they all look the same.
She does. I think my thing with Frida is that I think I went in with my expectations to be too high about the writing and stuff because she's so popular. People really love her books. I thought the writing in The Housemaid specifically was like really not good. And it was just very like, it just felt very elementary as far as the writing went. But the story, again, also really far-fetched, would never happen. But the story, like the fast-pacedness, the crazy plot twists, I love a plot twist. And she really nails it every time. So this one, I think you're going to like it. Overall, I enjoyed it story-wise. I think that's why I might like the movie better because the writing was just bad. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you want to see it in action. But yeah, that's mine. Should I go through all of mine and then you could go through yours, or should you want to go back and forth?
Yeah, you can do yours.
Next on my list is also just part of my October TBR, which is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. And I actually started listening to this one today. And so far, so good. It's about this popular podcaster named Alex who meets Josie in the bathroom on her birthday. And she ends up finding out that they share a birthday. And she kind of becomes obsessed. From what I gathered just from the initial first few chapters, Alex seems very, she's a girl. She seems very unhappy with her life. And I think there's like a big plot twist as Alex dives deeper. She realizes that Josie has been hiding dangerous secrets and manipulates her way into Alex's home and life. So maybe similar to Housemaid, where she's kind of like infiltrating her life in a way.
She's like obsessed. Ew.
Yeah. So called None of This Is True. The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, which is another one that I started reading.
Not exactly
it's very
spooky,
cute.
but
yeah, it's not spooky. This is my light-hearted read. I'm also reading Pumpkin Spice Latte.
Pumpkin Spice
right
Cafe. Yeah, that's a cute one.
But yeah, Ex-Hex. This girl accidentally puts
a hex on her ex, unfortunately.
A hex on her ex, basically. She's upset that he broke up with her, went back home, kind of ditched her, left her, and she got drunk with her friend one day and ended up accidentally putting a curse on him. And then 9 years later, they're kind of back into like, oh, hello, you kind of thing. But yeah, it was cute. I started it literally the other day, and I was like, okay, this is cute. It takes place in Wales, London.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's very like small town, cute fall vibes. That I liked that one. That's a cute one.
Yeah. And then last on my list is from my girl Liz Nugent, who wrote Strange Sally Diamond, called Little Cruelties. And I just really liked the pace at which everything kind of unraveled in Sally Diamond, so I want to get more of that. This is about 3 brothers. I guess it kicks off. There are 3 brothers at a funeral, and one of them is in the coffin. And from what I gathered, it's essentially about like brothers who kind of grew up with some sort of rivalry, and it bled into their adulthood, and I guess like a lot of like sinister things. Maybe they're not good people, but it sounded really interesting. It says William Bryant and Luke, three boys born a year apart, trained from birth by their mother, blah blah blah. They grow up, they grow more sinister, more merciless, and more dangerous. And with their lives entwined like the strands of a noose, only two brothers will survive.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds kind of dark.
okay.
Yeah, so that's it. Just three quick ones. I do want to read them. I really liked her, and I feel like I could just pop on my earbuds and listen.
Love. Okay, I have four, but one of them I'm currently in the middle of, which is Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. And this one is basically about, it's kind of like a past and present situation. There was a mom and her daughter, her young daughter who was like 6, who go missing. So it's kind of about that happening. But then you also get the present day version of the daughter comes back and gets found as like a teenager. So it's kind of like whatever happened here. Like it's like a mystery. It's kind of hard to describe. The beginning of it was actually really spooky because it was about the daughter being held in like a basement somewhere. It was like a kidnapping situation. And it's really creepy. And I was reading it and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this was going to be this scary. It felt too scary for me because it was like, she's held in this dark basement. They make them eat this like creepy, weird, like slop dinner. She's like all emaciated because she's been down in the dark for 11 years. Like it's this whole thing. But now it's kind of like what happened now that she's back because they found her. She escaped the house and now she's back. So that was it's freaky, but it's pretty good so far. Okay, so next one on my list is a fantasy called Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And I feel like I've been seeing this book since I started on Book Talk. It's the one with like the serpent on the front of it. And it just feels very spooky Halloween vibes because it's a fantasy about a vampire king. Like it's about vampires. And I honestly really don't know what it's about. It's like about a human daughter who is adopted to the vampire king. Have you read this at all?
No, but I got it when they had like one of those stuff your Kindle days.
Oh yeah,
so it's literally in my Kindle, but I haven't read it.
But
I do see it everywhere, and I feel like people actually really like it.
Yeah, it seems like people really like it. And I think this one also has to do with like mysterious trials and stuff. So yeah, it seems really good. I know that there's a whole series of it. Vampires feels spooky season to me to the max.
I know, my Edward. Oh my gosh, I saw this video on Instagram of this girl who got engaged. Have you seen this? She got engaged.
Yes.
And he goes, and it's like it shines or it's glittery in the light, and she goes, like Edward Cullen, and he pans to the camera. Like Edward Cullen. You saw that?
Yeah, I did. It was so cute.
That's funny.
And he's like not surprised at all. He's like, yes, like Edward Cullen. Yeah. That's so sweet. That's funny. Third on my list is Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. This is the one, I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's a black cover with a snake on the front. And this one sounds really
you and your snakes.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the snakes today. But it's basically about this girl, Alex, who joins Yale's freshman class. And she's kind of got this crazy backstory. She was like she was the only survivor in a multiple homicide. And she's had like kind of like weird drug dealer boyfriends. Like she's just like kind of been in a weird place, and she ends up going to Yale on a full ride. And she figures out that there's a lot of like secret societies happening there with like all of the rich and famous, the elite, you know? So it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's about like the occult activities, sinister, like underground secret societies, which feels so like spooky. I think it sounds really interesting.
I know. That sounds if anyone's watched Gilmore Girls, I know Nikki you haven't, but they go to Yale.
They got occult secret societies in Gilmore Girls?
They have a secret society for the elite and the rich.
Well, maybe it's real because they're talking about Yale in this as well. So
yeah, I know.
It's giving Illuminati.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And then last one is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And I feel like I'm the last person on earth to read this book because it's like so
Well, I'll
old.
be second to that because I haven't read it
Yeah,
either.
it sounds really good. It's basically about this girl named Rachel who goes on the same commuter train every morning. I don't know where it's based, but it's like a indoor-outdoor commuter train. And she always is like looking out the window, and she kind of gets used to seeing the same people in the same houses as she goes by every day. And then one day she goes by and this train stops long enough for her to witness something like scary happening in one of the houses, and then it moves on. And so now it's like she kind of has been seeing like this like crime unfolding. I don't know if it's like a murder or if it doesn't really give me any description of what goes on, but isn't that a cool concept where it's like it's
That
giving
is.
like I look in people's windows, Taylor Swift, you know, where it's like you see something crazy happening, but it's like, what do? You're just on the train.
That is terrifying.
Isn't it? And this one's like really popular. It was made into a movie and stuff. I think this book is from like early 2000s potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is the actress on The Girl on a Train Cara Delevingne?
No, I think it's Emily Blunt. Girl on the Train.
No, that's for Gone Girl, isn't it?
Oh, this is. Oh no, yeah, it's Emily Blunt. The Girl on the Train, 2016.
Paper Planes.
Interesting. No, I don't know. It didn't do very well on Rotten Tomatoes, I'll tell you that.
That's crazy. I have that book as well.
Yeah,
I have it at home,
it
though, with my
sounds
parents.
really good. I'm afraid to be looking this up because I don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, so if you guys have read that one, let us know because it sounds like it's really been really popular.
I feel like everyone that I've ever talked to, they like that book.
I mean,
that and Gone Girl.
The way that you know that it's, Gone Girl too. The way that you know that it's been a popular book is that every time I'm at the thrift store, there's a bunch of copies of it, which is where I got my copy of it. So I was like, oh, well, obviously if it's like really popular here, it means it was like a big thing at one point. So I feel like
true.
I need to get into it.
Oh, I have so many books in my physical TBR that I just cannot be buying any more books.
I know. Well, guys, let us know what you've got cooked up for spooky season. And we may or may not read some of them. And hopefully you'll take a couple of recs from this episode because I feel pretty strongly about my recs that I gave.
If anybody has read Strange Sally Diamond, I need you to call me immediately.
Give her a little ring. Why don't you just call Taylor up?
Please. Yeah, why don't you just call Mariana up and tell her, oh my God, I love Strange Sally Diamond too.
Dang, I need to read that apparently. It sounds like I need to start that right
It's
now.
so good, Nikki.
Ooh, okay. That'll be my next audio.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, guys.
Perfect.
Thank you as always for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on whatever, TikTok, Instagram, all the things. And we will see you next week with a new episode. Love you so much.
Oh my gosh. And let me know what Taylor Swift song you're listening to right now after this episode. Right now.
Yes, please. And also, let's just give ourselves a silent little clap for keeping this episode under 2 hours. And really close to an hour, potentially under an hour. So love that for us. We love a short and sweet episode.
Let's go.
Okay, bye. Love you guys.
Sweet. Okay, bye.